Welcome to Keep It Sunny's 31 Days of Halloween.
Welcome back to the episode of Keep It Sunny's 31 Days of Halloween. Do you guys like Nightmare Before Christmas? We love Nightmare Before Christmas. And Zero is one of the coolest characters in the movie. So today we're going to be making a tissue paper Zero. Everything you need for this craft can be purchased at the Dollar Tree. This is a super cheap and easy Nightmare Before Christmas craft that adds a little fun and whimsy to your home. So the supplies we're going to need are going to be 1 hanger, a pack of white tissue paper, 9 white pipe cleaners, 2 red pipe cleaners, black and orange paint, paintbrushes, 1 plastic eyeball or ping pong ball, craft glue, and some scissors. So the very first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to get out our plastic eyeballs. I just got these from the Halloween section, but you could also just use a ping pong ball. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop a hole into the ball. This is where we're going to be attaching it to our Zero. And I have a hole in there. I'm just going to stick an extra pipe cleaner I have into the hole just to give me a little handle because I need to paint this little guy orange. This is going to be Zero's little jack-o'-lantern nose. So we're just going to paint him orange. Then we're going to set him aside to dry. Okay. Now we're going to work on the body of Zero. So we're going to take our tissue paper. We're going to go ahead and take 3 sheets of it while fighting the wind. I do not recommend doing this craft outside like I did. So we've got our 3 sheets of paper. Now, we're going to go ahead and kind of catty corner them so that every single corner is a little bit opposite of each other. So we have 12 little different points on it. And once we have that, we're going to go ahead and just take a pen and mark a little circle in the middle. And we're just going to push it through. We have a little hole. And then we're going to take our hanger. You can use a plastic hanger like this, or you can use a felt hanger with a knob that turns. I like the ones that turn, so I'm just going to use this one. And we're just going to push the top of our hanger through our little hole. And flip it over. That's going to be the body of our Zero. Okay, now we're going to start on the ears. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take 2 more sheets of tissue paper. So today I'm going to be using colored pipe cleaners, but you guys are going to be using white pipe cleaners. I only use the colored pipe cleaners so that they would show up better on camera. So I'm taking my pipe cleaners, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to twist them at the very top so they kind of form a triangle. And I'm going to want to cut this tissue paper to be the same length as the pipe cleaners. And then I'm also going to want to cut it about 4 inches wide. I want it to be twice as wide as the width that I want Zero's ears to be, because we're going to be folding this over. Then I'm just going to lay it on top of the other sheet and cut out an identical side because we will need 2 ears. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your craft glue and you're just going to put a streak down one side of your tissue paper. Then you're going to take your little triangle pipe cleaners and you're going to just lay them over near the edge. And then you're going to take the other side of your tissue paper and you're going to fold it over and kind of make it like a little sandwich. Now, once you have that folded over and pressed down, you're going to want to fold it again, but in the opposite direction, just a little edge of it. Since you have 2 layers of tissue paper, this is going to seal them both together. Now we want the little edge to be pointed because Zero has little pointy ears. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold down the little edges into a little triangle. And then you're going to want to go ahead and make a second ear so that you have these 2 little ears. We're just going to set those aside for later. Okay, now this is the structure that I made for Zero's head. This is just an example. I made an extra one so you guys could see what we're going to do. So the red pipe cleaners are going to be Zero's snout going up to his nose, and then the yellow parts are kind of the structure of the face that's going to wrap around the hanger and attach him to it. So to make this, I started off with a yellow pipe cleaner and I just twisted it into a circle. Again, your pipe cleaners will be white, but I'm using the colored ones for demonstration purposes. And then we're going to take 2 red pipe cleaners, which are representing his little snout. And I'm just going to attach them on the sides and then take them out to a point and twist them so it's like a really long triangle. Now I'm going to take 2 more pipe cleaners and attach them going in the opposite direction. And this is going to be what's going to attach Zero to the hanger. So once I have that all together, I'm going to take some more tissue paper and kind of crinkle it up into long little rolls. And I'm just going to kind of gently lay it inside the triangle where his snout's going to be, just to kind of fill it out. Once I have that all just kind of randomly squished in there, I'm going to lay out 2 sheets of tissue paper. And I'm going to take his head and lay it in one corner, and then I'm going to wrap it up into a cone shape. Then I'm going to have this little flap on the end where I have some excess paper. I'm going to go ahead and trim that off because I do not want the corner of the paper wrapping around the top of his head. I'm just going to trim that off and apply a little glue and seal that back down. So now we have this really tall cone shape. And we're going to want to go ahead and add the ears. So decide what side of this cone you want to be the top of Zero. And then you're going to take your scissors, and you're going to kind of want to feel around where that original little circle for his head was. And you're going to want to make a tiny little incision with your scissors right where the circle is. And then you're going to pull that pipe cleaner through and wrap your pipe cleaner ears around it. And it's going to secure them to his head. And then since these are pipe cleaner ears, I like to take the little ears and just make them kind of wavy, because I always feel like Zero's ears are kind of blowing in the wind. And then we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Make a little insert with our scissors. Pull the pipe cleaner through. And then wrap our ear pipe cleaners around it. Okay, he is starting to come together. Okay, so now's the time that we want to attach him to his body. So we're going to go ahead and lay our body out. And we're going to take our Zero. And we're going to put the head onto the body, and then we're going to twist our yellow pipe cleaners that are sticking out of the head around the hanger. I'm just going to clip off the excess. Now, you can see we have all this excess flapping tissue paper. We're going to go ahead and just make a slice in the very top of it, right where the hanger is. And then we're going to wrap it around the back of the hanger. Now, the way we're going to attach this and make it look all smooth is we're going to kind of like scrunch it around his little neck. And we're going to secure this with 2 red pipe cleaners. Now, Zero has a little red collar, so I'm just going to twist these 2 little pipe cleaners together. And then we're going to wrap it around Zero's neck to secure the excess tissue paper and also to add the extra detail of his little collar that he always wears. Okay, so now that he's all secure, we're going to go ahead and paint on his face. Just going to take some black acrylic paint and a little paintbrush and give him a little face. gonna put on the little eyes, and then I'm going to kind of tilt his head up and give him that little smile that he has underneath his snout. Okay, so now our little zeroed nose that we painted in the beginning is all dry. So I'm going to go ahead and paint a little jack-o'-lantern face onto it. Now you want to make sure you paint this face on the opposite side of where you put your hole, because that is how it's going to attach to Zero, and you don't want your little jack-o'-lantern to be on the wrong side. Okay, now we can go ahead and prepare the nose. I'm going to go ahead and just trim off this excess little snout that we have. I'm going to go ahead and pinch it so it's small enough to fit in the hole that we poked in the ball. Put some craft glue on there to make sure it's extra secure. And then I'm just going to squish the little ball onto it and poke it in there. Okay, now I'm going to give him a little bit to dry, and then he is all done. And this is how he came out. It's just super simple and cheap. I think he came out really adorable. I hung him in all different places around the house because I thought he just looked so cute everywhere he was hanging. You can hang him from a door, you can hang him from a chandelier, from a curtain. I like him hanging on the corner of our curtain going outside. I feel like it's a cute little greeting on your way in and out the door. And the cost to make this craft is just so inexpensive. It's just a really good Halloween craft when you're on a budget. So that's it. That was our craft for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe because we will be posting a video every single day for the remaining days of October. So make sure you don't miss any of the fun. If you'd like extra content from us, you can check us out on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter in the description below. Thanks again for watching. God loves you. Happy Halloween.
Keep it creepy.